March 2026 is shaping up to be one of the most stacked months for action television in years. Studios aren't just dropping shows anymore. They're launching franchises. Bigger budgets, faster pacing, cinematic fight choreography, and stories designed to hook you by episode 1 and never let go. This isn't about slow prestige dramas or background TV. These are high-stakes, adrenaline-driven series built for binge-watching, online debate, and long-term fandoms. So let's break down 6 brand-new action TV series landing in March 2026, why each one matters, and why this month could quietly redefine what action television looks like going forward. 1. Daredevil, Born Again. Marvel is betting big on street-level brutality again. After years of cosmic threats and multiverse chaos, Daredevil Born Again pulls the focus back to fists, fear, and consequences. This isn't about saving the universe. It's about surviving Hell's Kitchen. The series leans heavily into grounded combat, long, unbroken fight sequences, and psychological tension. Daredevil isn't invincible here. Every punch hurts. Every mistake costs something. What makes this series different from earlier Marvel shows is tone control. Less quips, less spectacle for spectacle's sake, more pressure, more moral ambiguity, more violence that actually means something. This isn't superhero action for kids. It's crime-driven, character-first action where the danger feels personal. If Marvel pulls this off, it could reset expectations for what TV-level superhero action should look like. 2. Gears of War. This is one of the most anticipated game-to-TV adaptations ever attempted, and also one of the riskiest. Gears of War doesn't work unless it feels heavy. The weapons, the armor, the bodies, the world itself has to feel like it's collapsing under its own weight. Early reports suggest the series is leaning fully into large-scale combat, squad-based action, and war storytelling rather than trying to sanitize the source material. Chainsaws are staying. Brutality is staying. Loss is staying. What makes Gears of War interesting as a TV series is the emotional angle. Beneath the action is a story about soldiers who are exhausted, traumatized, and running out of reasons to keep fighting. This isn't flashy sci-fi action, it's attrition warfare. If done right, this could become the definitive example of how to adapt a violent game without losing its soul. 3. The Continental Origins. The John Wick universe continues expanding, but this time, the focus shifts from lone assassins to the system that creates them. The Continental Origins dives deeper into the hidden rules, power structures, and brutal enforcement mechanisms behind the world's most dangerous hotel chain. Every episode builds tension through contracts, betrayals, and stylized violence that fans of the films already love. What separates this series from generic action shows is choreography discipline. Every fight is treated like a set piece, not filler. Movement is precise. Violence is intentional. Nothing feels random. The show also understands something crucial. Mystery is power. It doesn't explain everything. It lets the world feel dangerous because you don't know all the rules. If you love controlled chaos, elegant brutality, and world building through action instead of exposition, this series is built for you. 4. Shōgun, Bloodlines. Following the success of high-budget historical action dramas, Shōgun, Bloodlines raises the bar even higher. This series blends political intrigue with raw, unforgiving combat. Sword fights aren't flashy. They're fast, brutal, and often over in seconds. Strategy matters more than strength. One wrong move ends everything. What makes this series stand out is restraint. Violence isn't constant, but when it happens, it's shocking. That contrast keeps tension high across every episode. The action here isn't just physical, it's strategic. Power shifts through alliances, betrayals, and quiet decisions that explode into violence later. This is action for viewers who want intelligence and intensity. 5. Night City. Cyberpunk action is back, and this time, it's leaning darker. Night City is built around dense urban warfare, corporate mercenaries, underground gangs, and technology that blurs the line between enhancement and addiction. The action is fast, chaotic, and often overwhelming by design. Gunfights happen in neon-lit alleyways, chases weave through vertical cityscapes, Augmented fighters push their bodies past safe limits and pay for it later. What makes this series compelling isn't just the spectacle, it's the cost of power. Every upgrade comes with consequences. Every victory shortens someone's lifespan. The action isn't heroic, it's desperate. If you like your action stylish but morally bleak, this could be one of March's most talked about releases. 6. Extraction. Shadow War. Expanding on the Extraction film universe, this series translates relentless, close-quarters combat into episodic form. And surprisingly, it works. Each episode is built around a contained mission, but the larger arc follows a network of covert operators operating in morally gray zones where governments deny involvement and survival is never guaranteed. What sets this apart from typical military action shows is pacing discipline. The camera stays close. The choreography favors realism over flair. Every fight feels exhausting. There's no romanticizing the work here. Just efficiency, violence, and the psychological toll of never knowing if you're coming back. For fans of grounded action that feels physical instead of flashy, this is one of the strongest entries on the list. Why March 2026 matters for action TV. What's happening here isn't accidental. Studios are finally treating action television with the same seriousness once reserved for blockbuster films. That means longer production cycles, better stunt coordination, tighter scripts, and, most importantly, trust in audiences to handle intensity. These shows aren't trying to appeal to everyone. They're designed to dominate their lanes. Street-level brutality, military realism, stylized assassin violence, historical combat, cyberpunk chaos, different flavors, same goal, keep you locked in. March 2026 isn't just another release window. It's a statement. Action TV is no longer the backup option when movies fail. It's where some of the boldest, most ambitious storytelling is happening right now. And these 6 series aren't playing it safe. They're betting that audiences want higher stakes, sharper action, and stories that don't pull punches. If even half of them deliver on their promise, March 2026 could go down as one of the most important months in modern action television. Let me know which one you're watching first, and which action universe you think is about to take over next. Streaming platforms aren't just competing for views anymore, they're fighting for legacy. The line between prestige drama and raw action has officially disappeared. This isn't TV trying to be movies. This is television becoming its own battlefield. So buckle up, because March 2026 isn't asking for your attention. It's demanding it. Drop a comment with which series you're starting on day 1. Tell me which action universe you think is about to dominate the next few years. And if you don't want to miss what's coming next in film, TV, and storytelling at its most intense, you know what to do. I'll see you in the next one.